Awesome. Yep. We have the MVP coming up in just a second. And guys, it's time for MVP from that game one. Of course, it's the one, the only, the true Butter Coconut on the Nami, having an impressive as hell game. Really, you know, being the true carry, he's saved Butter Coconut A so many times in that lane, and hey, he is the true Butter Coconut. He was Butter Coconut before you. But anyway, we will have game 2 coming up just shortly. If you missed game 1, where the hell you been? That might be an instant DCS classic. Black to 9 coming back so strong from that early game. And we get into pick and ban on the blue side this time. It is Void, who had such a good early game, but no damage in the late game, and it really cost them quite hard. You know, on the purple side, we will see Black to the 9. After, you know, taking game 1, ended up being convincingly good. Oscar, please. The overlay. Why? And, ignore the overlay. Void is on blue side, and Black to the 9 is on purple side, I promise you. We see the bans coming out here from Void. The only change being the Aurelia being banned away. Skarner said Aurelia. And on the side of Black to the 9, banning Jarvan, Xerath, and Lissandra. So the Vi is up. It was so strong for the Skarner God in that last game. I wouldn't be surprised if Void takes this for Omega Phoenix, and they do indeed. Taking it first pick. Vi is so strong right now. Hovering the Wukong, he has played it a few times lately and has been very effective on it. So we'll have to see what they go for here. And we'll be curious to see if they pick Gihan's top laner early here again, because that blind pick Aurelia really ended up working out quite well. He had such a good game on it. Really, all of Black to the 9, once they got past the early game, had such a good game as a team. So it's really going to be hard for Void. They're going to have to fight for this one and try and get the series up 1-1. Hovering the Janna here and actually locking it in. So getting Butter Coconut B's pick early, and Skarner God most taking that Wukong in the jungle. Jinx the insta-lock in here for Cucumber. It was left up, deciding that Black to the 9 deciding that Lissandra was much more of a threat. And you want to talk about, you know, late game damage, there's a Jinx. So already a bit more damage coming out on the side of Void coming into this late game, and you have Braum, the hover here for the support. The Thresh was good. Tony did land some good hooks and had some good plays with it, but Braum can become so tanky. And with Jinx really offers a little bit of safety in lane with the stand behind me and the unbreakable for the otherwise immobile Jinx. So a Lulu and a Vayne hover here for Black to the 9. I wonder if they're running something. I'm gonna hold off and wait to see what this round of pick is before, but with the Lulu hover, the Janna already being locked in, something's got me curious. We do see Butter Coconut A hovering Callista and Ezreal, but I don't think he's gonna end up going for either of those. If the Lulu does get locked in, we'll have to see if it's on Grey Stalking, who I believe it would be on. I don't think Gihan really plays it. And there's the Kog'Maw for Butter Coconut A. And Black to the 9, this is something they've kind of been working on. They're going to attempt this that really only the GE Tigers in Korea have been successful at running. And they might be trying to run a Juggernaut comp here. Meanwhile, Pinoy Dragon immediately locking in Maokai. Really doesn't want Gihan to have that. And falling this far down really shows that the lack of a top lane priority so far in this pick ban phase. And we'll have to see what yellow one goes for his support this time around. Or his support for his mid laner. And looking to be the Syndra. Let's see if he locks it in. Good bit of engage coming out of the side of Void if they do indeed. Again, having your Maokai that can twist advance in. You have Syndra with the stuns, Braum with his ultimate, Vi with the point and click ultimate, which we saw so effective and really shutting Cucumber down last game. And Rumble the hover here for Black to the 9. Don't know if Riven's going to end up being the pick here. I think we'll have to see. Mundo would be good. Really giving them a big tank in this team to help occupy the back lines while Kog'Maw, just sits there and deals damage. It also could be a top Lulu. We really don't know for sure. I'm expecting that Lulu to go in Gray Stalking. I really don't think Gihan plays that. And we'll have to see. Butter Coconut B is just hovering everything he possibly can that could go in top lane for Gihan. Gnar is up. We haven't really seen it much lately. It has fallen out of favor a little bit, and it will be the Gnar lock-in. And I guess if you want to talk about tanks, Mega Gnar is one of the best. So a Juggernaut comp with Wukong for your engage and Gnar for your tank is what Black to the 9 has decided to run here. Meanwhile, we have the engage and late game kind of carry here from Void with that Jinx and the AD carry and pretty much everyone else on the team having some form of engage or another. So this could be a bit of a late game here, guys, with both Jinx and Kog'Maw. So the first game was 40 minutes, but that was a pretty intense 40 minutes. And as we tick down to the last few seconds here, I'd imagine we're going to get into the team lineups again for those of you that either missed it or, you know, forgot what the team lineups were. Yeah, isn't that so nice that Black to the 9 is so grateful and lines up correctly? But as we get into the 3-minute Spectre delay here, guys, it is the team profiles. First up, it will be Black to the 9 on purple side this game. Gihan in the top lane on Gnar, Skarner God 420 on the jungle Wukong, Gray Stalking on the mid lane Lulu, Butter Coconut A on the AD carry Kog'Maw, and Butter Coconut B on the support Janna. On the other side, let the teams run. But there we go. On the other side, it is Void, the Pinoy Dragon in the top lane on Maokai, Omega Phoenix on the Vi in the jungle, the yellow one on the Syndra in the mid, Cucumber on the Jinx AD carry, and Tony the Pony on the manliest man on the Rift, Braum. And with 2 minutes to go here, first off, while most people are kind of talking in chat, we'll go ahead and open this up, because I'm sure Oscar wants to get his bet in here. Now remember, guys, I do this by side. So Void is option 1 now, and Black X9 is option 2. Please remember that. I do this by side. On blue side, it is Void, so they are option 1. Black X... Oh, wow. I'm bad. I don't even know my own bot command. Rip. Who is this scrub, and why do you let him cast? There we go. Try that again, guys. Sorry. Who is this scrub, and why do you let him cast these games? Rip. Oscar, I don't know if it lets you put other shit in. You might want to check that. Check your green fakes, just in case. I don't know how well the command works with other shit in the line. Okay, it worked. Holy shit. You learn something new every day. Hot damn. So yeah, you can bet up to 100. Feel free to bet as many as you want. During the game, you'll probably get at least 40, if not 50, because you get 10 every 10 minutes. And as we're ticking down the last 30 minutes of the delay, hopefully Oscar decides to load onto the Rift, and if any shenanigans happen for First Blood, we will see them. Just kidding, I love you, Oscar, so. Oh, Andrew, make sure it is the exclamation point. Just be careful of that. I'm just doing that, yeah, there we go. I'm just doing that, guys, because I don't want any of y'all to feel left out, you know, if the bet doesn't go through or anything. Do we really have all for Black to the 9 so far? A lot of confidence in that team after the, and really should be. They had a quite amazing, it wasn't, you know, mountain-like comeback, but they were down to an inhibitor turret in mid lane within like 25 minutes, I think, and just to turn it around like they did was quite nicely played from them. So as we get into the loading screen, we see here the kind of Juggernaut composition from Black to the 9, at least 2 shields, but having the engage in the tank is also helpful for the Kog'Maw. Meanwhile, on the side of Void, it is the engage and let Jinx get kills composition, as Braum, Vi, Maokai, and Syndra all have some way to engage a fight and let Jinx start doing damage. So remember, guys, first blood or 5 minutes. If the last game was any indication, we're not going to reach 5 minutes before I close down the voting. So get your votes in, get them in now, because, you know, we never know what's going to happen at level 1. Maybe Oscar's going to load in on time. We'll have to see, Kappa. As much as I won't be in much, that was just kind of funny, Oscar. I apologize. But this is game 2. If you missed game 1, go back and watch it. You missed a hell of a game. Really showing that these two teams are 2 of the best teams in the upper division right now. And can Black to the 9 take the 2-0 and they've already handed Void their first loss of the season. Can they hand them the series loss as well? Or do Void turn it around and get the 1-1 tie and give Black to the 9 every possible result already this season after 3 weeks? We'll just have to see. As I'm onto the Rift, I'm not sure if Oscar is, because, you know, I'm not paying attention to the actual stream. I can see chat and my computer, but we do see pings coming out here from Void at Baron Pit and mid lane. Black to the 9 are grouped up. Looks like they might be trying the same thing, just on the opposite side of the map. They have 4 members. Oh, this could be a fight, guys. This is a 3v4 right now. Actually, it's a 4v4. Tony is there. Both the top laners are roaming down. And, oh boy. They ping in the bush. They know Black to the 9's in there. Tony the Bunny's gonna walk into him, though. He gets the Q onto Skarnagon. Skarnagon almost stunned up, has to flash, does get stunned up still. He is at about half health. There's the Jinx rocket. The Syndra isn't gonna quite hit with the ball coming up, and both the jungler and the jungler for Black to the 9 and the support for Void will just back away with about half health bars. What's happening? Why are you sad? Yeah, that might have been the greatest slap fight level 1 I've seen in a while. Because Braum just kind of walked in and queued Skarnagon, and the rest of the team tried to follow up, but we do see the bot side are going to help out their jungler with their first camp, and it will be pretty even, or it will be standard lanes here. Maokai is going to take level 2 off the Razor Beaks. Oh, well, the BM. But we do see Maokai did get level 2 off the Razor Beaks. He should go back to base, and then I'd imagine he's just going to TP into lane. He does indeed. And as we see, we'll have to see what Black to the 9 trying to do here. Both these teams might not do too much aggression here in the early game, as they both have strong late game carries. Butter Coconut getting hit up. He's one auto stun. He gets stunned. Jinx doesn't quite get in range for any autos with the rockets, but gets one on the Butter Coconut A before backing away. And the zap hits Butter Coconut A as well. Kog'Maw got his wings clipped a little bit there. And this time Butter Coconut A actually being the one to get hit with the winner's bite. Doesn't quite get stunned up though. Skarnergod's taken very low against the red buff, but he should be fine. I think he gets it. Level 2 hit by the bot lanes. And level 3s by the mid lane. Lulu is being taken pretty low by the Syndra here on yellow 1 and is already out of pot in that lane, so we'll just have to see what they decide to do. Kog'Maw is taking a little bit of damage here. He does have pot still, so he should be a little bit fine, but Cucumber is doing a better job so far of CSing. He is almost up 10 already. And we'll have to see. This game is considerably slower. Skarnergod is coming around, but he is on a ward, and that kind of gives it away as throwing out the chompers. Showing that if he walked that way, he would have been walked into him. And Grey Stalking getting stunned up again. That's the second straight stun he's eaten, taking about a lot of damage. Yolan does have Ignite, but wasn't quite wanting to go all in just yet. Instead, just kind of farming and having to back away. Tony the Pony looking for another winner's bite. Hits it onto Butter Coconut B, but isn't going to be able to get the stun this time. And it's not too bad. I love solo casting because I can just talk and I don't have to worry about anyone getting mad at me for talking over them. But when I'm a little sick. Yeah, it's a little sucky because I'm still kind of sick right now. But hopefully my voice doesn't give out too much and I'm not too nasally for you guys. So an hour's easy. Honestly, an hour is easy now. We do see level 4 hit by the bot lane. Still no real... Oh, well, Grey Stalking taking another stun isn't going to quite go down, though. I'm just going to do this for the moment, and then close up. There we go. That way y'all don't just all give back what money you made if Black to the 9 does end up winning this game. So, that's the only reason I do that, guys. I don't actually have preference in most of these games, because, you know, no bias. But I do like y'all to make some chance of a profit on y'all's bet and not just get whatever you bet back. Which would have happened, because all of you in chat bet for Black to the 9 for this game. Now Skarnergod taxing the mid lane, being a good jungler and doing so. Just kidding, guys. Don't tax your solo lanes. But he is 10 CS down at this point, and Gion actually taking a lot of damage as well. Isn't in a position to transform either, but is going to be able to force Maokai away with the boomerang. Is very low though and doesn't have any pots left. All the lanes are going pretty well in favor of Void here right now. But we do see Meganar just going to punch a few minions, you know, do what he can. Grey Stalking is going to take out that pink ward in the bush. Does take 5 hits though, so long. Wukong is there though, so luckily Syndra roaming down towards him wasn't the biggest issue in the world. We'll have to see. Braum does hit the winner's bite on the Butter Coconut. He might get stunned up here. Actually flashes away very early, not even willing to risk that. And we do see Gnar going very early Spectre's Cow. Doesn't want to get taken down by the magic damage on the side of Void. Oh, and Skarnergod having to flash. Omega Phoenix and Panoa Dragon are both in. Flashes all around. There's Maokai twisting advanced stance. Burr Coconut B is in a bad position. Sapling goes down. Winner's Bite does as well. The stun hits, but it's not enough. First blood to the Maokai, taking down Jana, I believe, with the Sapling. And meanwhile, Kog'Maw getting the kill credit from Maokai, or for Braum going down to Turret. So 1-for-1 trade. First blood over to Pinoy Dragon though. And that will give them the slight gold lead, but a kill onto the Kog'Maw already. This will be Dragon number 1 for Void though, unless Skarner God really gets in here and can steal this. He does have Smite up, he does have vision of it, but he's just gonna back away, and that is Dragon number 1. Yeah, the no heal on Braum, unfortunately, did cause him to die to that turret though. It has given Gihan time in this top lane. The turret is about half health, and he has started to catch up in CS some. So, taking advantage of that, we do see Butter Coconut V just roaming down to mid just to put the shield on Lulu and walk away. And Kog'Maw going for the Triforce. He does have the Sheen and the Bloodthirster, so looking for some sustain in lane. And that will be turret number 1 for Gihan. And Black to the 9 changing kind of the order of what happened in that first game, as yes, the lanes are still ahead for Void, but Gihan able to get the first turret, now might be able to make some movements around the map. And Kog'Maw with some sustain as well, and the Sheen. We'll have to see what Black to the 9 look to do with this. The gold lead is pretty even, just the 200 difference between the teams. Actually about 150 is the way it's hovering. Gihan transforms into Mega Gnar, uses the Gnar just to stun up. Pinoy Dragon pops his ultimate as well, and that wasn't a slap fight, that was, you know, a tree and a pretty ancient Gnar going at each other, but kind of a wet noodle fight. Both top laners just gonna pop the ultimates and end up walking away. Corner God did get in here. I don't think... Oh, there's the ward gonna spot him. Zap does hit the Kog'Maw as well. And oh, the flash Q. Grace talking, have to use his ult immediately. Omega Phoenix going in though, under turret. There's the Cinder ult. Isn't gonna quite be enough, and Grace talking gets out alive. Using barrier and flash and his ultimate to get out of that. But got flash and ultimate from Vi, and the ultimate out of Syndra. So overall, kind of good, you know, pretty even trade, but Grace Talking getting stunned up again. Man, I think Syndra wishing had the ult there. But we see here, Kog'Maw is pretty behind in farm, but with the 1 kill, hopefully it can change that a little bit. He's 20 CS down. The furthest in the lanes, unfortunately, for Black to the 9. Grace Talking and Lulu has been able to keep farming rather well. Under 10 CS down, same for this Gnar. So Gihan is doing a pretty good job on. He's kind of staying in the lane, doing what he can on this Maokai. Pinoy Dragon is going in though. He does pop the ultimate and get some damage. There's a sapling toss. It isn't quite going to be enough. Gihan will stay alive. And he does have teleport if he wants to back and try and TP in. But he does transform into Mega Gnar just to TP away. Ron of Ages coming out from Maokai here. He will have that fully stacked at 20 in under 22 minutes. There's the Braum ult just to separate the Butter Coconuts, but he's taking a lot of damage from this Kog'Maw already. But we'll have to see. Yeah, I forgot about that. The Wukong took the second blue buff, so Grace Talking hasn't had a blue buff yet. And he did get his lane taxed some, so he's doing quite a good job of CSing here. We do see Gihan with those Merc creds as well. He's really prioritizing the magic resist against Pinoy Dragon here. Is trying to fight back some, but isn't quite strong enough yet. They are going to trade vision, I imagine. Stun going on the Grace Talking. The Cinder ult is back up. There's the Lulu ult. Here comes Omega Phoenix ulting in, and that will be the kill for Omega Phoenix and Void. 2 ultimates for 1. but they do get the kill this time around. Athene's finished up for Lulu, however, though, and Gion just trying to jump in with the Mega Gnar. And Lulu going with the Athenes, having a little bit of magic resist, is going to help a little bit against the Syndra lane. With the Morel and Omicron finished, and we do see the Warrior enchantment on both junglers being finished up, but Vi does have the Tier 2 boots finished as well, so advantage Void so far on most of the lanes as we look here. And it's kind of showing they've got about 1,000 gold lead here, even though they're down a turret. So great play so far from Void in this lane phase to get this lead. Can they hold it this game is the question, I think. Oh, Skarner got flash again, ulting in, hits Tony the Pony. Tony trying to stand behind me. There's the Unbreakable, gets blasted by the Janna ult. The Unbreakable doing what it can. Here comes Pinoy Dragon though, he's doing so much damage. Skarner God goes down, Cucumber gets excited. He is charging in here, Gnar canceled his ultimate. Actually, he might have gotten it canceled for him. Butter Coconut almost going down, not quite. Here's Grey Stalking, but doesn't really have a lot of damage at this point. Twisted advanced onto Butter Coconut A, using the ult. Grey Stalking using the ultimate there, but Butter Coconut taking solo. Picks up Cucumber with one shot of his ultimate, and they're trying to turn this around. He's very low. The ultimate proc isn't quite going to take him down, and Pinoy Dragon and Tony the Pony walk away limping. 1-for-1 trade overall in that bot lane. Great play there. Oh, Grey Stalking could be in trouble. There's the Syndra ultimate, but Barrier is up, so going down. Now Yellow One in a little bit of trouble. Vi queuing in, not quite able to hit anybody. But they're just gonna maybe trade wards. Actually, Gnar's here. This could be trouble for Omega Phoenix. He used his ultimate on Gnar, queues away, but Gnar's jumping after him. Kill again for Butter Coconut A. 3-0-0 on the Kog'Maw, and he is playing quite nicely right now with that Kog'Maw. And this should be Black to the Nine's first dragon, I would imagine. I don't think that Void could take this one, as Vi is still down for 7 seconds. And it will be Braum not quite able to get it with the Winter's Bite. And now Dragon's even as well. And this game is pretty even still. The gold lead's still in favor of Void, and by a little more than it looks, because they still haven't taken a turret down yet. But Kog'Maw almost has his Triforce finish. He has 2 of the components. We do see Jinx almost done with the Infinity Edge as well. So the AD carry is about to get their first item power spikes here. Blue buff going over to Syndra. Gonna look to continue bullying this lane, but bullying the lane and Grey Stalking only down 3 CS, and with the 2 assists is definitely not that far down. Actually is like 20 gold down right now. Janna trying to keep this turret alive, but it is 4 members of Void. This turret's gonna fall. There's Void picking up their first turret and gonna back away. Gnar with double cloth armor now as well. He's just going to build as tanky as he possibly can. But Void starting to get a little bit of vision control around the jungle here. And all the vision right now for Black to the Nine is really on Dragon's side, so Kog'Maw going back into this lane alone. He is in a bit of a 1v2 at the moment, but he is pretty strong right now. He really needs the Triforce to hit a good spike, but that first Dragon will be helpful for him. And you can see those ultimate usages really proccing or knocking down Braum quite a bit. There's a 2-man Gnar stun trying to protect this turret. Omega Phoenix is actually getting taken pretty low, but Gion transforms out of Mega Gnar at the worst time, tries to hop away. Skarnergod's in here though. They're trying to turn this. Omega Phoenix is gonna fall. Maybe. Omega Phoenix trying to get away. Will queue away now. Pinoy Dragon's in trouble. Here comes Yellow One. Gnar lived on so little health. Grey Stalking will fall here. Pinoy Dragon picking up the kill. Skarnergod trying to do what he can, but has to just run away from this fight now. 1-for-0 in favor of Void at the moment. Can Syndra twist advance hit? Stun does hit. That should be Skarnergod going down. Yellow One picking up the kill there. Maokai with the assist, and 2-for-1, or 2-for-0, actually, I think, in that trade, as Omega Phoenix got out safely, so Void doing what they needed. Both the top laners roaming, but Yellow One's stronger right now, showing the damage that can be done by this Syndra. In the bottom lane, the dual lanes have kind of just stayed down there all game. The farm is continuing to fall heavy in favor of Cucumber. 40 CS lead now, but the 3 kills on Kog'Maw, they're still pretty even in gold, I think. It is actually a 500, just about a 500 gold lead for Jinx in that lane. Braum doesn't hit the winner's bite, uses the auto attack to try and proc the passive. There is a Pinoy Dragon waiting in the bush. I don't know how a tree is hiding in that bush, but he is. And I don't know that Black to the 9 want to move too far on this. He has moved up to the upper bush. I don't think they had any vision of him getting in here. This could be trouble if they push up too far. They're pinging in on the Janna. Let's see if they try and twist the advance here. Pinoy Dragon is hovering at the edge of that bush waiting to try something here. There he goes. He twisted advance onto the Kog'Maw. There's the Braum ultimate as well. They're trying to use the Janna ultimate to heal, but shut down gold. Going over to Pinoy Dragon, and Gihan teleports in just to hop away as 1-0 in favor of Void, and there's Kog'Maw's Triforce, but he gets it while he's dead. And this should be the 3rd turret of the game. Actually, they have support, so here we go. Skarner actually flashing in, but gets taken solo, uses his ulti to help run away, and the zap hitting him through, I think, 2 members of Black to the 9. Kog'Maw is up, but is pushing down mid, it looks like. This is a 4v4, as Omega Phoenix is in the top lane right now, actually. So we'll have to see. But both the damage dealers for Void are here, and that's going to be the turn. I don't think they can really defend on this. And they might be going in here. The Skarner God Kong gets taken down. Gihan trying to come around from the back. He is almost Mega Gnar. He's trying to transform. There's the transformation. He is it solo. He gets a 2-man Gnar, but goes down to Pinoy Dragon. Grace Talking gets stunned up and will fall as well. Yellow One picking up that kill. Killing spree on the Maokai. Cucumber trying to flash in and zap, but it isn't enough. Hits a minion instead, it looked like. Yeah. The clone did get ulted, but still the kill is 2-0 in favor of Void, and now at a 6.5k gold lead. This is a little bit more damning than Black to the 9 had going against them in their last game. So we'll have to see, can they rally themselves again and pull themselves out of another deficit? Wow, Oscar trying to flip his bet on his organization. Too bad, I already closed the bets, Oscar. Change that. Y'all are about to give me so many green picks that I don't even need, guys. No, but we will have to see. This is a bit better of a lead than what Void had in the first game. They don't have the complete dragon control that they had in that game, but this should still be, I believe, their 2nd dragon. Change bet in the thing, so he actually doesn't get any benefit from that. That is dragon number 2 going over to Void, starting to kind of take control of this game by just taking 1-0 and 2-0 fights. We haven't really seen a massive 5-man team fight yet. Gnar just able to get away from that Q from Omega Phoenix, and Kog'Maw is hurting. He does have Triforce and the Cutlass, so he is doing a decent bit of damage, but he's really going to have to try and carry this team, I think, on his wings, because Void is looking pretty strong in this 2nd game. And Maokai is fully stacked. It's 22 minutes and he has a fully stacked Rod of Ages, as well as that Randuin's. He is pretty damn tanky for 22 minutes into the game. We see Gnar with the... Meanwhile, on Gihan's side with the Gnar, he has a Spectre's Cowl and the Warden's Mail. So still not really a fully completed item yet on his side. We do see Janna going for the Talisman has the Nomad's Medallion finished, but Braum looking like... shit. He might be going Frozen Heart with that, with the Glacial Shroud and the Giant's Belt. Someone, you know, correct me if I'm way off base with that, but I could be wrong. There's a few things that build out Glacial Shroud. This is when, Riot, please, let me access the shop as a spectator so I can freaking see some of this shit. And Void just pushing up a couple of the lanes here, sending Pinoy Dragon so tanky into that top lane. He might be trying to come around from the flank. It's warding. They do ping him out. They know he's there. And this is a 4v4. Braum's going to clear the vision. That minion, that champion caster minion trying to defend. Trying to defend the ward, but it wasn't quite enough. We see Cucumber just stealing the red buff while standing on a ward. Doesn't even matter. And right now, Void have control of this jungle. They don't really have vision control, and Pinoy Dragon's just going in. He's twisted advance into 4 members there. There's the Braum ultimate, hits 2. Skarnal goes in, he's got 3 knocked up, but Gnar kind of knocked out of the fight. Buttercoconut B is the first one to fall. So does Skarnagod. Greystocking is in trouble now himself. He does fall. Double kill. The zap hits. Triple kill for Cucumber. And that was a 4-for-0. Actually, make that maybe 4-for-1. Pinoy Dragon could be in a bit of trouble here. Yep, goes down. Shut down over to Gihan. But this will be a turret for Void. And they just increase their lead almost to 10,000 here. Narkit is down pretty low and kind of just has to stomp away, but 4-for-1 when all is said and done for Void and the top tier turret. So at 25 minutes, looking strong here with almost a 10,000 gold lead. And we see Phantom Dancer for the Jinx is completed, as well as another pickaxe, probably building into the last Whisper here. Any other items going to get finished here from this back? The Randallins for Vi, as they are starting to get increasingly tanky, and a death cap for Cinder. Cinder going to start hurting quite a bit right now. So we'll have to see how that goes. We do see the Randallins finished for Gihan on the Gnar, so now he's starting to get a little tanky for the AD damage that Void is dishing out with this Jinx. And Dragon is up in just under 2 minutes. This would be Dragon number 3 for Void. Black to the 9 only has 1. So this would be very helpful for this Void team, getting the speed up onto Jinx, onto the Syndra and the Maokai. Helping their engages as well as keeping their carries safe. And they're just going to push out this top side before Buttercoconut getting hit. There's the Braum and he just gets demolished. The 4-man squad destroying the Kog'Maw. And that turret's going to fall. They have no Kog'Maw to defend this. Janna Shield trying, but it isn't quite enough. And Void looking to just take increasing control of this game. Dragon is coming up, and they are pushing 2 waves towards the inhibitor turret. Gihan is trying to push towards, that actually will be the mid tier 2 falling. Gihan trying to push towards the top tier 2 and take it. There's Maokai gonna back. Gnar doesn't take these exceedingly quickly. I imagine Pinoy's gonna get there in time for this. Actually, he might not. There's a pretty big minion wave. Gnar can continue to hit this. Here comes Pinoy, but that turret is still going to fall. So it is a turret trade, but still just under 11,000 gold lead here for Void. Dragon is up in 10 seconds. This should be all theirs. So Dragon number 3, I'd imagine going over to Void here. Kog'Maw hasn't been able to finish. Looks like he's building towards a blade yet. And Void just starting to get further and further ahead in this game. Kind of what they've been weren't able to do last game. They've got the damage to, as you saw, obliterate a couple members of Black to the 9 in these fights. They'll back away. We'll have to see what they go for the buys here. Braum, or we see a Spectral's Cow coming out for Vi. The Face of the Mountain coming out for Braum here. And a Last Whisper for Jinx, as that armor is going to start getting shredded now that Black to the 9 has accumulated. Deathcap onto Lulu is starting to get some damage, but it's really taking a while for this Lulu to ramp up. Same with this Kog'Maw, and a Frozen Heart onto Maokai. These guys are just getting so tanky right now. It's going to start being so tough to take them down in these team fights. They're going to have to find a way onto Cucumber and Yellow One and keep them out of these fights. That's so much of the damage for Void. That yes, the Vi hurts a little bit, but so much of this damage is on the Syndra and the Jinx. They need to try and take them down. But we see Void just going increasingly deeper into the Black to the 9 jungle, and Cucumber, I think, got that red buff? He did indeed, I think. Yeah, was I would take the red buff there. For a little bit of a contest from Black to the 9, but that's kind of what they can do at the moment, is contest buffs. So, and they actually saw them, I think, recalling, and Void is running straight to Baron. Black to the 9 have no vision of this, and it is going to go down pretty fast here. It's already at half health and falling so quickly, under 5,000. This should be Baron here for for Void. It is, and now do they turn and look to fight? Not quite able to hit the Q on anybody. I think that was a 5-man tornado from Butter Coconut. Jay trying to do what he can to disengage, but with this Baron buff and no turrets but inhibitor turrets up for Black to the 9, it looks like we will start to see the beginning of the base siege here at 30 minutes. So obviously Braum using the Unbreakable, trying to defend that cannon minion to his last, but Jinx just getting in there using a couple of rockets. That turret is already taken pretty low. 2-man stun from Cinder doesn't quite get enough of the damage. Kog'Maw does have 2 items with the Blade of the Ruin King. But is it too little too late at this point? Can Black to the 9 pull another comeback? Look at how much damage he's taken though from one kind of attack from Void. And they're just going in on this. Skarner got taken so low, having the ulti out. 2-man Gnar ultimate isn't quite enough. Skarner God's gonna fall here. Cucumber getting killed, getting excited. There's a double kill for the Jinx. Butter Coconut uses the heal. Tony the Pony trying to get in there. Zap isn't gonna hit. Omega Phoenix might fall to the turret. Stand behind me, trying to get in, and does save Omega Phoenix. The turret does stand, but 2 for 0 in favor of Void here. They do take down the inhibitor turret. Jinx gets excited, trying to get in there, takes down both Butter Coconut A and Grey Stalking. That is the inhibitor. Jinx now 8, 1, and 6 on the side of Void here. And Cucumber showing his worth on this AD carry. Has another what looks like a Bloodthirster. I don't know if he's going to actually have time to finish it, but we do see a Frozen Heart here from Braum, so I was not going crazy on that item. And we'll have to see what steps Void looks to make here to finish this game. They do have the open... They do have the Black to the 9 base open in mid. So let's see, the Dragon is up in a minute and a half. If they get it, they can... This would only be Dragon 4, but they can probably just push down and end this game. So... yeah, the Protect the Kog'Maw comp just not quite able to work for this Black to the 9 team, unfortunately. Void has too many ways to counter it and do so much damage to the Kog'Maw so quickly, really punishing the immobile AD carry here. And here we go, Kog'Maw getting stunned up. Look at the damage, he's already almost at half health. And they're just sieging the inhibitor turret. That was a Braum ultimate. I don't think it really hit him. Skarner God goes in, hits 4 people with his ultimate. There's the Wild Growth as well, but turret goes down. So does the Lulu. Skarner God should be the next one to fall. He does. And this is the fight that Void's going to end the game on. Double kill for the Maokai. Double kill for the Syndra. And the last kill picked up there by Cucumber, flashing into the Nexus turret. But this should be the game. There's the surrender coming out from Black to the 9. And in just over 33 minutes, Void comes back from game 1 and dominates Black to the 9 to end the series 1-1. Wow. That was... Don't piss off Void. Cucumber 9-1-9, having a hell of a game on that Jinx. And, I mean, that showed you these two teams are really strong right now. And the 1-for-1 tie in this matchup is pretty much nothing less than expected. And I believe we should have the MVP for Game 2 ready and upcoming for you guys. So, believe that should be coming rather soon. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a fun match of League to watch. If you missed any of it, I will have the VODs up maybe later tonight. If not, at the latest tomorrow. Go check them out either on Twitch or go check out my YouTube channel. They will all be on there, as well as any of the games that I stream from DCS or down there. And we will have the MVP, it looks like, coming out for Game 2. And I have my pick on this, but I really don't know who Oscar picked for this. But while he's setting that up, we'll do Gamble, winner, and Void taking this one to end the series 1-1. And get wrecked, guys. I just won 362 green picks. Oh, boy. Daniel, you weren't in game when I said this. I vote for the other team so that there is some bet for the other team, because otherwise everyone would just win what they bet, and that's no fun at all. So I always bet for the other team if there's only one. And coming up, guys, we have MVP for game number 2. It will indeed be Cucumber on that Jinx. He carried hard, 9-1-9 from that AD carry position, and demolished Black to the 9 in those last few team fights. So great job by Cucumber. Great job from both teams, really. That was a fantastic series, and that will do it for us, guys. Really a great 1-1 here. And with that, guys, that will do it for me tonight. So I hope you've enjoyed. Keep checking back regularly for more DCS regular season games. And GG, well played to both teams. See you later, Summoners. Go get those Pentas.